Hi, I'm Alex Radcliffe.
And I'm Jesse Anderson.
And today we are doing a playthrough of Soul Raiders, a game designed by Mark Andres. This is going to be on Kickstarter, I believe July 7th. But what's important or interesting about this is, do you know what Mark Andres also designed?
I know because right before we started filming this, you said he's the designer of Splendor.
He's the designer of Splendor.
Yeah.
Now, this game, to be very clear...
I didn't know either. The audience that's sitting there reacting, very cool. It's actually kind of exciting.
It is, but it's interesting more so because this has nothing to do with Splendor. This game is as far removed from Splendor as you can possibly imagine. I mean, it has components, it has rules, and that's where the similarity ends. And it's designed by Mark Andres. But past that, you want to go ahead? I'm going to go ahead and do a 6-second overview. This is going to be
you're
a
getting
gameplay.
Into it quick.
I like it.
So
I like it.
We've been establishing this whole... Oh, is this on my channel?
Yeah, it's on your channel.
This is. I completely forgot. I thought
we
this
did
was a Board Game Co. We did as if it was your channel.
Line.
Well, that's awkward. I'm so sorry I exposed you to that nonsense. We're going to be doing a full review over on Board Game Co.'s channel, where we're definitely going to start with a hello to make up for what we've done here. This has been one of your favorite segments to start getting to, and I like that you've pushed it into the first 30 seconds of the video, and I've delayed it now by another minute and a half because it's what the people are here for. Long-winded, full explanations of 60 seconds or less as a concept.
Yes.
In this 60 seconds or less, Alex is going to do his very best working against a timer to give you an overview of everything that's happening on the table. He's going to talk about the card play, the way we're exploring through maps.
Hey, you're doing... Whoa. Hey.
Go!
Soul Raiders is a game that's ultimately going to be reminiscent of a point-and-click adventure system. In this game, the goal is to accomplish your objective. In this case, we want to get the stars. We're playing a two-player game. We're going to want one main objective, one secondary objective before everything runs out. What can run out? Well, there's a few ways. You're going to have your health track over here. We're starting with 15 health. Every time we loop around down to 30, we're going to go ahead and lose one energy or whatever it's called again. Past that, this token can advance all the way to the end as well. The threat can be advancing. So you have these little things that are slowly making you weaker as the game progresses. What are you doing in this game? Well, you're slowly exploring this map. You're going to have these different adventure boards. I'm not going to show you all of them because we're going to explore them as we go, but you have these adventure boards where you're going to be going ahead and taking actions on the adventure boards, exploring different scenarios as you choose which other adventure board to move to in this game. Along the way, the main mechanism that you're going through is going to be a deck building system. You're going to have your hand of cards, 4 cards every round. You're going to be combining those actions to take various tests, whether those tests are attacking enemies, defeating challenges, all that, and they're all going to have different symbols and spells on them to combine for attacking, movement, and or spell-based actions. You're trying to do that, slowly level up. I'm a little over 60 seconds, but close enough. I like ending exactly on 60.
You didn't have a clean ending.
I didn't have a clean ending.
You should, if you'd said, and that is Soul Raiders, you would have hit it on the dot.
I covered the game.
Sadly, you went with, oh god, I'm over 60 seconds.
I know, it was worse. Again, I covered everything, but I like the clean ending in those things. So, let's go ahead and start the setup over here.
This is, what abomination of a phone.
Oh, this is my phone. Yeah, this is my phone.
Disgusting.
Anyways, so this is going to be, like I said already, we've already played through about half the game already, just to get into it. We only have the starting chapter, and we wanted to leave the final reveal, so to speak.
And if you're worried about spoilers, there's a chance that this isn't even the official...
It's more of a custom thing. There might be elements, but it's more of a custom. And speaking of which, we should talk about this. The full game is going to be an adventure system taken across 3 chapters. Each chapter represents between 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, so you're looking at roughly 9 hours of gameplay for the core set, although theoretically replayable. We'll touch upon that as we go through it, because there are elements that will be discovered. So you're going to have like an element. If you've ever played Myst, if you've ever played any point-and-click game, some elements
at a certain
are going to be...
you know a bit of the puzzle. And it's that type of point-and-click video game-esque puzzle that this is recreating on the tabletop in a really interesting way. But let's dive in. Let's show you how to play this.
Setup over here we've already done. We have 15 starting health points. We set the exhaustion level to 4, which means the 4 over there, we're going to have 4 cards in our hand. Our starting threat is 0, and the 2 events are on the board unrevealed. We're going to have the victory condition over here, which defines that we need 2 of those stars, which we'll put off to the side. And then, Jesse, if you wouldn't mind being so kind as to read our... That's the wrong card. Where's our card? We shuffled up the card in here. There was a card somewhere here. I can't... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the introduction card. You can go ahead and read the introduction.
And just...
flavor text.
Yeah, beautiful artwork on the back here. Just one more night stands between you and Sanctuary. All around you, your fellow hopefuls suppress tired yawns under the eyes of their watchful masters. You'll feel your eyelids start to droop. You should try to sleep, but you're too excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Soul Raider Rite. Soul Raider, such a deceptively simple name for everything you'll become. The fights you'll be called to lead, all the magical powers you will wield. Those who prowl behind the fragile threshold of the veil know this name as well. When these figments of souls rend the veil to sow despair among the living, the world remembers it. You are the sworn protectors of this world. Even the most inexperienced among you bear the mark of your battle against the wraiths. With every victory, a few more of these accursed spirits are freed from their eternal torment. One suddenly appears, and the second you feel yourself finally drifting off, an ephemeral
I'm going to say yes.
shadow near the edge of the forest. Something seethes within you, pulling you back from the brink of sleep. In the blink of an eye, you're on your feet. I had trouble with this word too when we were
Predetermined?
reading. No. Preternaturally.
Preternaturally, yeah.
Is that a word?
I assume so. It's
Preternaturally alert. It is your adrenaline. It must be like alert in a dream state.
It's like a Witcher senses.
The wraith shoots you a challenging look before disappearing into the trees. You feel the weight of your sword in your hand, though you don't recall having drawn it. You set off in pursuit of a creature with bounding strides. But something is amiss. The feeling grows with every step you take. The wraith you're chasing should be fleeing more quickly. He should be hungry for prey, villagers to haunt. He shouldn't be drawing you deeper into this forgotten wood, this forest. Have you been here before? You don't think so, and yet the fatigue from your hunt must be slowing you down. The thick trees finally give way, opening into a crumbling fortress perched on the edge of an abyss. Cautiously you approach through the hills, overlooking the ruin. That's when you see them. Creatures that have no business leaving the pages of children's fairy tales are wandering freely behind the fortress walls. Yes, those are goblins you see, but you're no child. You're soon to be a soul raider. You wait for the right moment to draw closer. Either you can climb into the deserted main courtyard, or you can look around the fortress for a closer look.
Now this is actually going to start off with the replayability aspect. Do you want to take the same or a different starting approach as last time?
Different.
Different it is.
I believe last time we went around the fortress.
Yes, we did. This time
So now we're climbing into the deserted main courtyard. Now, one of the things that we've been trying to figure out, a puzzle that we're still learning to solve, is each of these map tiles are zoomed in examples of the larger story.
Yep.
And we're trying to figure out what exactly might be revealed in the artwork. Because there's definitely more here
hints
than what we believe. So
to give you context, we're currently over here.
we climbed up, right?
Which means we have options. If we head to this pathway over here, maybe we're going up to a tower. We don't know for sure. We have a general idea of what's going on, some degree
This
of a hint.
staircase goes probably into this sullen room here. It might lead down to whatever's underneath.
Yep. Now going backwards is that behind the castle that we talked about before.
It looks like that's the stairway right here.
Yeah, so I mean, how do you want to handle this? So we're going to go ahead and put our tokens down here. We'll teach you the various rules as we go through it. For right now, what you need to know is, if you want to go ahead, let me shuffle your deck in case that's not shuffled. Why do I have your character and you have mine? I guess we're switching characters. So,
Are we?
do you want to, or you want the same character as yours?
No, I want my character
Fine,
back.
you can have your character back. So you have your starting hand of cards. Yeah, I just set it up as if I'm over there. And then you have your upgrade path. There's a little bit of a deck building going on here. And we're going to go ahead and I will start us off. So we're going to go ahead and put this down here. These are going to be your upgrade cards. I got my starting 4 cards, which means I have a spell, a lightning bolt. I have 2 basic green cards, and then I have a red card that is going to be useful for attacking. Now, there's no currently attacking. I think we could head up to the... I kind of want to head up over there. That's going to be a 3 movement, which is pretty easy for this. But I could also try combining both these cards and hoping for a straight move forward. Which
Because
will be
if you
interesting.
move into the next space, you
Yes.
can carry your movement on.
Yes, which is interesting. There's a bit of a gamble here in that sense, because basically your movement action will stop if you're confronted with enemies, but I don't know exactly how that will play out. There is that quick glance to the door on the left. I remember you did that. I don't remember what you saw. I don't remember what you saw. I think I want to go ahead and head up the tower over there. I don't know for sure what's there, but I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to play both cards together. That's going to give me a movement of 5 plus 3, which is 8 times 2. I have 16
Wow.
movement to spend. This
Wow.
is the gamble part. It's the gamble. It's the times 2 that has me doing that. So 16 movement to spend, but that movement will be stopped if we confront somebody else.
And
So
you're going up a 3 passageway.
we're going up a 3 passageway. Well, yeah. So I'm down to 13 movement left, and we have 7. Okay. Sadly, we're gonna have a. That's side B. That shouldn't be there. Side 7A. Okay. Make sure nothing else is side B. So everything's gonna start off on side B, on side A, but you might flip them as they progress. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to be heading up there. We just went up to the top of this tower. You surprise a goblin who's dozing on a straw mattress. Now, there will be a row of symbols over here that happen if you move into something that has to trigger. In my case, I still have 13 movement left to go.
Now,
Did I do it
last time
correctly?
I moved past him and avoided him.
Yes.
But if we leave the tile and then someone else enters it, we flip it, correct?
But we can go back and forth. You can go ahead and take actions while I still continue to, what's it called? So you could head there.
Would I flip it while you're there?
I don't think so. It's only when you enter a board that's empty that you flip it.
So maybe I follow you there, and allow you to continue your movement off. Does it halt your movement if I follow you into that area?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to do...
So I have 13 movement left.
I'm going to do my straight 3. I don't think I'm going to spend that 2 right now. Okay. Just to move into that space.
So, okay, great. Yep. Got it.
So I'm just following you through.
Okay.
Because
Why not spend your 2?
2 plus 2 would be a 4.
Because
it's 3 plus 2 for movement card, though. I mean, it's about the same difference.
Oh, gotcha. That's more of a flexibility. Yeah. I hear you. Cool. Okay, cool. So you're moving over here. We're great there. You've played that card. I still have 13 movement.
What does it take for me to observe the goblin?
You have to take an action of strength 4.
Okay.
And you have plus 3 to your interrogate actions. You're good at interrogating.
Would you like to move off before I do that?
I would definitely like to move off in case before you do that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and
we didn't do that last time for fair context, and I'm really interested in what happens.
Yes, this goes back to the replayability aspect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to head onto the door. My 13 movement is down to 8 as I head to Adventure Card 9. Adventure Card 9 is going to be something new that we have not encountered before, and I'm down to, 13 minus 5. I'm down to 8 movement.
Yep.
As we move on to here, I'm going to tactically position this like so. Okay. So we have this over here, and now I'm going to encounter some baddies, which means all my extra movement now is gone. So I'm over here like so. We're going to go ahead and add a 2 characters to there. So the way this works...
Well, I'm curious as well, because you went up through this area, correct?
Yep.
So we're maybe up on the very peak of
probably
this?
over here, actually.
You think
yeah,
that's
there's literally a little pathway back and forth across this bridge. There's no bridge there listed officially.
I think we might be up at the very top.
I don't know.
Or right on that other side. You see the,
Either way,
the planks?
Yes. Well, there's further pathway up here, so maybe not. Either way, there's a passageway on the side of the fortress that leads to a locked grate. Nearby, a staircase winds its way up a ruined tower. Now, this symbol over here means as soon as someone enters the board, we're going to go ahead and add enemies to the board. This specific sub-hero element over here, where you see this heroes, means it'll trigger even if subsequent heroes enter the board as well. Sometimes it only happens to the first person who goes in. In this case, even if Jesse joins me, we'll add more.
So I'll let you take care of them, and I'll stay with my goblin friend.
To that end, we're going to go ahead and look over here, where you see that right now we're on threat level, the first threat level, which means we're going to spawn 2 enemies whenever we see the enemy symbol. So I'm going to go ahead and draw from this deck. We're going to draw 2 enemies that are going to be now engaged with me. We're going to have a level 2, a strength 2 goblin, as well as a strength 6 person who stops me from using spells. That's unfortunate. So this person has to be attacked first. That's that symbol. And that person stops all party members from using spells, but I do get a token, a hero, whatever token they're called, whenever I defeat it. That's going to be what's going on here. And we have picked the lock on the grate to the passageway. That could be helpful as well. But my cards at this point are the following. I currently could do 7 damage, because I have 5 plus 1 per enemy. That's going to be a total of 7. I also have a lightning bolt, which could be augmented to 8, which is not enough to necessarily do things for me, because I can't use the lightning bolt. I can combine these 2 to kill both of them. That would be easy enough. That would be a total of 7 plus 3 is 10. And then, because I don't have to use it for the spell, I think I do want to take them both out.
I don't like having enemies near us.
Yeah, and it's more important than that, because at the end of the round, if there are enemies here, this symbol means at the end of the round, any heroes here with enemies will raise the threat tracker.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and discard my 2 cards to kill those enemies to keep us a little bit more protected as we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this based off of the gamble that I might need cards to react to the goblin once I poke him. I would like to hold on to my teleportation portal and drop it on the map, but it's for to interact with him, and I kind of want to have these
Just
free.
So we're clear, your teleportation portal won't actually help you until there's more teleportation portals.
I know, but I was thinking of placing it down because it would give us a quick escape. The issue is if I spend both of these...
Yep.
If I spend both of these to interact with him...
Interrogate the goblin, you only need any card. You have plus 3.
Oh!
You have plus 3.
I forgot about that modifier.
Each character has their own modifiers to different bonuses. You have a plus 3 modifier to interrogating.
Let me drop this 2 then.
I mean, you've heard before, but you are that charming.
Well, you know, only on Thursdays. Let me drop this 2 down. Let me go ahead and interrogate him. I want to know what happens. I'm scared that I'm going to need my attack to interact with him.
You're going to go ahead and draw card 12 from this deck over here. We're going to have 3 decks, just so you're aware. This is going to be the random enemy deck. We're going to have scripted enemies that are specific enemies we'll encounter, and then we'll have specific events. So the events, scripted enemies, and the 2 event decks over there, those are going to be the specific cards for the scenario, and the random enemies are more of a general deck.
The goblin wakes up with a jolt. Feeling the cold steel of your blade pressing against his neck, he answers your questions under pain of intimate death. Or intimate death. He claims to be... what? It's the most romantic type of death. He claims to be part of the Vanguard. You're married. You signed up for that. It's either till death do us part.
Did you make that commitment? I'm not going down this path.
With the goblin? No. But he made it with me. And the blade of my
let's see.
He claims to be part of the vanguard of a vast army that will arise from the nether regions of the abyss to cleanse this world of that which has been despoiled by the human race. I love these words they're using.
I'm just confused about the intimate death and the nether regions of the abyss.
It's imminent death.
That's the word.
Yeah. Despoiled. What a good word,
yes.
too. It's like what you've done to my...
What else? What else?
Keep this card until the end of the game. 7B. It's just a trigger.
7B means we're going to go ahead and flip this to 7B. We're flipping it to the reverse.
What? Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy. Okay, the sense of urgency is almost palatable. You had better not stay here long. That's all. 1 second. Keep this card. He claims to be part of the goblin wakes up. He answers your questions, but oh, by the way, this though, is one of our side objectives.
That's true.
So you did accomplish one of our side objectives. We are already partially there. For context, once again, a reminder, we have, depending on the player count, you have to counter any number of other side objectives, and alternatively, you have to counter one main objective. Now, I can tell you from our last play, when we didn't interrogate the goblin, we didn't get that side objective.
No, that didn't happen.
we did get something. I'm good. I got my coffee. The gushers are delicious, by the way. We're going to go ahead and flip to side B. We're going to go ahead and add 2 random enemies engaged with you. They're both over here, as well as scripted enemy number 11, which I believe is the goblin leader. You're all on your own over there. You need some help.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't love that everyone still showed up.
Yeah, I was hoping
that wouldn't be the case.
But now you know about the vanguard of the vast army that will arrive from the nether regions.
And the intimate death.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be the end of your turn, or you still have actions?
No, I've still got actions. I'm trying to think of, can I run away? Or is anyone guarding me?
So, you could run away. Okay, that's a good point. So, let's cover some symbols here. This symbol over here, these symbols are going to mean they have to be targeted first. This symbol over here means that people are going to be doing double wounds for you. Every shield deals a wound to our health up here. But these pathways have 2 different options. The pathway over there with a 5 means that you can basically, any pathway that's green, you will be followed with. People will follow you through those pathways. But the pathways that are white, people will not follow you through. So you do have some options.
Yeah. I really wanted to drop that teleport.
You could, if you're willing to suffer a whole bunch of damage. Well, let's cover some whole bunch. Just for context, you can, with this single card, you can take out both of these guys. But you will then take 4 damage from this guy. And the alarm will go up at the end of the round.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Plus, if you end here, enemies will spawn anyway.
Is that where I'm going back to?
That's what you'd be going back to. You're going back to location 1. So if enemies are spawning anyway...
I'm in a bad spot no matter what.
You may as well drop the teleportation portal and have fun with it.
I'm in a bad spot no matter what.
That's what I'm saying.
Do we want to be able to teleport back there, though? I kind of wanted to drop the teleportation tile over there.
I don't know.
I should have done that earlier.
I don't know.
Alright, kill him.
Kill him. 2 enemies are dead, but additionally you will get card 15.
I knock a shield on that guy too, right?
No, you have total of 4. That's enough to kill these 2, and these 2 have to be killed first. But you will get card 15 from the deck of cards, which is going to be somewhere here. Here you go, card 15. You can read that.
A thunderous trumpet suddenly set... Come on.
What?
A thunderous trumpet suddenly...
It's a good thing. It might not be a good thing. Yeah. Sounds like the Lion King.
In the ruined fortress, the alarm has been raised. Clamor and movement can be heard from all sides of the building. You must hurry. Keep this card till the end of the game. Guess who's raising the alarm by 2?
Oh, that's not cool. Okay, cool. That's not cool at all. By the way, I forgot to take it, but when I killed that mage, I got one of these tokens, which is helpful for upgrading stuff. Okay.
Drop the teleportation tile.
Drop a teleportation tile. So
because I'm not going to be able to take him out anyway.
Yes, and now you can teleport away from that location. So that is going to be the situation over there, and now we proceed to, we're all out of cards. End of the round happens, a few things will happen. So we are going to suffer fatigue. Fatigue means we're going to lose 2 health in general. Every round you are slowly losing health. Yep. But again, you can get that 30 and keep cycling around. It's all good there. This guy's going to go ahead and attack you because of his ability. He's going to deal not just 1 damage per shield, but 2 full damage per shield, which is going to take us down another 4, going from 13 down to 9. Not the best, not the worst. He's there if you can take him out, and he takes 2 strikes. He's going to require 1 attack of strength 5 and 1 attack of strength 4. You cannot kill them in a single action. And that's going to be round 1. Let's drop our cards. Again, this is point and click adventuring as we encounter, engage, and do all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, I might be able to murder him.
You look like you could murder him. Oh, you
Possibly.
Absolutely look like you could murder him.
Possibly.
Yeah, this is going to be 1, and that's another one.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. We're going to go ahead... Oh, and I got a teleportation portal.
And I've got a heal 10. Oh, you could drop that and I can come to you, right?
I'm not going to drop it right next
teleportation,
to us.
No, but they work through... I can walk through them once they're set up on the board, correct?
Yep.
Do you know what it takes to move through them?
I don't know. I'll check in a second. I'm pretty sure it's just basic movement, but I'll double check. Do you see an option there? If not, we'll go through
Place a teleportation tile down. I don't see an option right now.
I'll double
but
check.
I
Okay,
can
cool.
Scan.
In the meantime, so I do not, at the end of the round, oh, we didn't do this, Jesse. Jesse?
Yeah.
At the end of the round, we raise the alert by 1 because there is an enemy in your zone.
Yeah,
So we're going to go ahead and do that. In my case, there's nobody there, so we're fine. Which means I can pick the lock on the grate in the passageway, which would be a strength 5 action. Which, unfortunately, none of these strength 5 actions will really help me. I don't love that. I could just do that, 2 per card. That's I don't love the idea that I have to give up 2 cards to get that persistent thing over there. But I think it's useful, right? Picking locks is helpful. Right? Right?
It can be.
But alternatively, if I move up, that's a 5 movement. That's not a lot of movement either. So maybe I just go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and discard these 2 in order to... Teleportation portals are cool, but it's not good enough. I'm discarding these 2 in order to go ahead and pick that lock. So we're going to go ahead and flip this to its B side, which also means that when you walk here, it's less of an issue because we won't get more spawns. Although, it does not mean that because apparently that. So we're going to go ahead and spawn 2 more people. 2 more baddies are on that side. We opened a door and baddies crept in. We're going to go ahead and do that. And these are going to go into my discard. And we have 2 baddies. With this one, this baddie will not let you escape. So you cannot escape as long as this baddie is engaged with you. And that one has to be attacked first. So as long as I have a 5 attack, which I do, I can take them both out. This is going to be 4 plus 2 per combat card for a total of 6. So I can again take these baddies out, which is the good news. Bad news is something's going to be spawning at the end of the round if I'm there. Which does mean that I think I'm going to use my teleportation portal and just walk through the door. I don't see another option around it. I'm going to head straight to 5B, though, which is interesting, by the way. Although this one is up to 1 for 8. That's not worth it. 1's over here. We're going to go ahead and go to side B, and just so I can escape there, which means we're going to grab 5B as a location and put that down.
And it's already flipped.
It's already flipped.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh. Oh, this is totally different.
What's that say?
A sinister contraption made of planks and rusty spikes hangs from the wall. Luckily, picking the lock on the grate disabled the trap.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
if we shoved our way through, we would have been...
I guess so. What was on the other side of this again? Was it just a pure doorway? Nope, there's no doorway at all. So I don't know the exact details of what would or wouldn't have happened, but we are...
We could have got there on side A, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Although there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's a safe place to hide.
There's no safe places.
For a round, you're safe.
It's your turn. You want to pass me the rules?
You didn't play your teleport, so it doesn't matter that
Correct.
much anyway.
But I want to know.
So I'm playing 1 card for a total of 6.
Yep.
And then I'm playing a second card for a total of 4. Please remove said baddie from the board.
Cool. Said baddie's gone, and you get a token, sir.
Yeah, what are my movement options?
You can move towards Tower 9, which is where I was a second ago, keeping in mind that enemies will spawn
They're
if
going to
not
spawn
careful.
in both locations.
In this location. Not
In
here.
both?
Not here.
No?
No, that's going to be just raising the alarm if there's enemies present.
Oh.
Yep, if at least one enemy location is present...
Will this flip to side B if I move into it?
It will not, because it's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, locations will flip to their reverse side if you head to them for the first time.
And is there any unexplored side on this tile up here? Anything I can do? Any actions?
It does not look like it. Your options are going to 1, where enemies will spawn, or
Yeah.
9. You could reserve cards. Don't forget that. That's an action.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my arcane healing.
Okay.
Heal 10 and remove all fracture tokens from your hero board.
Okay, that seems pretty cool. Wait, how many tokens? Wait, what are you doing?
Heal 10, remove all fracture tokens.
Okay,
from
so
your
we don't
hero
have any fracture tokens.
Yep.
You're going to go ahead and just heal 10, which means
for
we're gonna
us
go,
is major.
Yes, 11 to 21. 9 to 19, I mean. My bad.
And then I think I'm just gonna take an action to reserve this card. Can you explain how reserving works again? I know I set it over here to the side.
Sure. You can spend at any point. You can simply put an action down to the side. You can have up to 3 cards reserved, and then at any point for free, you can discard a card to get back a reserved card. So you're not getting a full saving, but you're getting flexibility.
And flexibility with a bit of movement, a times 2 movement, actually isn't a bad thing. Because I could do like you did that first time, get a ton of movement and just run through a few rooms.
Yeah, especially if you know the pathways. Once you know the pathways on the board,
Yep.
it's even more flexible. Okay, so that is going to be round 2. Did you stay here?
I stayed right there.
No baddies are generated.
That's what I
We're
was
good
hoping
there.
for.
We are going to lose 2 health, though. So we're still losing 2 health. Again, there's lots of room to explore as long as you're tactical and precise about it.
Are we escalating this at all?
Nope, that only escalates if there's a reason to escalate. You can go ahead and draw your forward cards.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might go... We haven't explored tile 2 yet, right?
We have not... So we haven't gone up the stairs. That's going to be option 7. Oh, no, we have. We do know what 7 is. 7's right over here. So there's really no easy ways out of here. This is just an expensive for me to get back out of here.
Yeah.
We explored. That's great, but we didn't get anything out of that. I mean, I guess we get knowledge.
You disabled this trap.
Knowledge is not useful at all. I wonder if the trap's going to be relevant later. I do wonder that. Okay, either way, I think you're right. We need to get to 4.
Yeah.
That's the only option we have. That's the only option we have.
Yeah, and that's where we can peek through if we wanted as well.
Wow, so we really just should have gone that way. If any hero, whether or not the present, has 15... Oh, wait. Do we have 15?
We do.
We do. This should be flipped. If any hero, whether or not they are present in this location, has 15, flip this card to side B. Did we just gain a thing? We got that thing over there. We got a pathway there.
Pathway to
This
2.
one. Yep. We got an open pathway.
Or to 3. Oh,
yes.
Interesting. Okay.
So we have a little bit more options now. Okay, so I'm trying to get all the way to 1. 1's going to cost me 3 plus 8, which is 11, and then a minimum of 2 more to get somewhere new. 11 plus 2 is 13. So I sadly cannot get a ton. I could get 12 easily enough. 13 would be slightly harder. Temporary, all your bonuses are also bonuses. That doesn't help me at all. Do you have 13?
I feel like I should just be killing people.
Oh, wow, you should be killing people. Okay, then we go ahead, and then from there, I guess I have to play 3 cards to move. That's insanity. Okay, all your bonuses are also that.
It takes what for me to move back down into this area?
Here, I'm going to play these. Ready? So
Yeah.
I'm doing the following. I'm playing 4 plus 2 plus 4. That's going to be a total of 10. But I have plus 2 per this action card. That's going to bring me to 12. And then 1 per each additional action card. That's going to be 15. Do you vote I go through here? I can do that just easily.
I vote you go through the secret door.
I agree.
Because that was something
available
we could peek
before?
through. It was already available. We did something that unlocked the secret.
That's reasonable. Probably something horrific and bad, but
And
let's go
I'd
ahead.
cover up that 9 tile because we don't need it anymore.
The 9.
I'd
this
shift,
one?
yeah, I'd
oh, yeah,
shift
yeah.
this
Sure,
up.
sure.
You
Well,
leave it like this.
now that I am passing through.
Yep.
So I'm going to go passing through the 3, up to the 8, down to the 1, and directly into card 3. So we're going to cover that up.
So we know which tiles we have.
And that's the way they say to do it. When your table space is running out, you're supposed to just kind of cover the titles so you know what's going on. Then we're going to go ahead and put this out over here.
Ooh.
Prologue. You find yourself in a small, dilapidated room that is pierced by large openings leading to a much larger room. And unfortunately, we have the following.
Yeah.
We're going to spawn 2 enemies, and then they're going to immediately attack. Okay?
Okay.
So, we spawn 2 enemies. I'm over here right now, in this card.
Not the biggest fan of that.
Not the biggest fan at all. We got a 2 and a... Oh, raise the threat marker. That's going to potentially be a problem.
Better than another enemy attacking you.
Arguably. And then, if the location indicated... Oh, if 4... This is going to be after we're done with that. If 4 is not yet on the table, we immediately show 4. So it gives you a visible, but we're going to resolve this first in order.
So we're able to look down on where we could go before.
So this guy's going to go ahead and attack us, which means I'm going to go down 1 health, like so. And then we're going to add 4 to the board, which we're going to start... I'm going to start putting this over the prologue location so we can see a little bit there. And we have 4. Keep in mind, this is a small scenario. I believe the real... I'll double check the exact number. There's like hundreds of cards in the actual game. We have like 12 or something like that. Okay, prologue. This room appears to have been renovated recently. The wooden floor creaks underfoot with every step you take. It's a trap! It's a trap.
Is that what we've disabled, maybe?
We disabled the center for contraption made of planks and rusty spikes. Hangs from the wall. Something was renovated recently. And just angled-wise, I don't even know if that works angled-wise. That is a trap. I don't trust it at all. Either way, we see 4. We're not in 4.
So if we shoved through that...
Yeah, but I came through this way. This person's still here. And then I have a card left. I could take him out. I may as well take him out. There's no reason not to.
Did he attack you yet?
Although I can just walk through.
He attacks immediately.
He attacked. He already did the damage. But I could just walk through and ignore him entirely because both these pathways leave him behind. Do I
Did
care
he do
about him?
his damage?
Yeah.
We went from
just 1 damage.
19... Okay.
1 damage. That's all
Okay.
it is. They only do damage equal to the shields. Okay. So my options are I can walk directly to 4 very easily. But then we'll spawn baddie number 2. Or I could take him out and be well prepared. What are you doing this round?
Not much, honestly.
You
Not
can
much.
get to...
I can do some movement, and I've got a decent amount of attack.
5 movement will bring you to here, and then 7 movement will bring you here.
I could pull... Does this count just for this attack?
It only counts as a bonus if you have the if you're doing that action.
Yeah. I mean, I could struggle... Oh, I could get the times 2, though.
That's going to be 6 right there.
Yeah.
So maybe. So do I head here to potentially help you or deal with whatever, or not bother?
I'm not too worried about it. Let's see what's spawning here.
So
that'll give me some information to work
excellent.
off of.
Done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to leave this guy behind and walk over here. This is probably going to have a problem. I'm probably going to have something to do with 5. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, we're going to spawn enemy number 2. Special enemy number 2. And that's going to be this guy over here, who's going to be 2 of this. That's going to be over here. He's going to be 3 with a cloak 4. And then we're going to go ahead and read card 5, which is going to be, okay, card 5. Now, if you're wondering what that eyeball symbol is, that means it only applies to visible, if we're currently visible, because some of our heroes have the ability to become invisible.
I have an invisibility card with me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to have this card. A goblin hides in one corner of the room. With an evil laugh, he pulls on a rope. It's a trap. It activates a device, and the gaping maw of a giant trapdoor opens up beneath your feet. 4B. Directly to 4B. 4B. 4B? We got 4. Where's 4? 4B. There we go. This is going to trick to that. Boom. Okay. Whoa, you see? I told you it's a trap. Then 5. If you have 5, I do not have 5. If you have 5 movement, you jump out of the way and remain in this location. Otherwise, you fall in, take 5 damage, move your hero to location 5. Do I still take the 5 damage even if I fall down? I think I just take it from falling straight away. So this is going to go straight to location 5.
But if you'd fallen on side A, I assume there was a spike pit there that would have done more.
So it looks like I'm taking 7 damage. 2 plus another 5, that's going to be 7 damage. Could have been more. And then we'll go ahead and discard this card. Okay.
And you're back where you started.
I'm back where I started, back over here. Your turn, though.
So I've got the movement, but
What's
no one...
interesting is you can voluntarily do this. In fact, I think, back up 2, 1, 2.
You didn't take the damage. That's correct. For jumping down.
Jumping down costs you 2 damage. Falling down costs you 5. That seems reasonable.
So, can I interrupt a movement with a slaughter?
You will not have more movement after, if that's what you're wondering. But why would you? What do you care about that?
I could move through, kill both of them.
Oh, by the way, this revealed to that side, so we should be... No, that's when you land in this tile. Okay, we're good. Okay?
You want me to go here still?
It may or may not be worth it. If you go here because you're the first enemy there, we're going to increase our threat, and we're going to spawn 3 enemies.
When I arrive?
You could... I mean, by the way, at any point, you could discard a card, just so you know.
I've got invisibility as well.
Yeah, you can save 2 cards. Oh, invisibility. Well, that won't matter for these. These will still trigger.
You sure?
Yeah, it's only... That means it only happens if they're visible.
Where are we trying to go to right now? You just dropped down to 5.
At this point, it looks like we're trying to go up to 6. That looks like our pathway. Getting to 3 doesn't help us. We want to get up to 6. Also, if you kill him, you have to beat a cool story card.
I want to murder him, but I don't want to spawn all those creatures before you go.
So then save the card.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Reserve.
Yeah, I'm reserving invisibility.
Yep.
And I'm going to reserve my powerful attack.
It's a powerful attack.
I have a movement of... How much gets me to this room here? You said 5 gets me there?
Well, you want to get to go into room 1 is going to cost you 3. And what happens there at the end of the round, we're going to spawn enemies, though, if you're there.
Yeah, but watch this.
Okay.
I'm going to pull back this movement card by discarding a card.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Play this movement card for 6, which should get me to 3.
Yep, that's reasonable.
Play this attack card to take out the creature.
When you land here, you're going to draw an enemy, too. And it's going to attack you.
Draw an enemy.
You're doing it? Okay.
Do it.
So you're going to draw an enemy, and then... Oh, no. That's not good. Okay. This is going to be the slow timer on the game.
Now murder him.
Now you go ahead and murder him. He's dead.
I was hoping I'd get another enemy that I'd just be able to take them both out.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
That was the gamble I made, but okay.
Okay.
Okay, no one's spawning here, though.
That's good. Yeah, no one's spawning on either of our tiles.
I'm in a decent position to spend the night.
We did advance this, but that means we're going to go ahead and take 3 damage each time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead... Also, I think I'm doing something wrong. Maybe. I have to double check that. I'll double check one thing. I think we're doing one thing wrong.
What do you think you're doing wrong?
I think when we get attacked... I'll double check. I think when we get attacked, we're supposed to take damage equal to the round we're in. So it's not 1 damage per shield. It's 2 damage per shield. I think. So we should be down a few damage more. But I'll double check.
Yeah, I'd venture to guess that'd be another...
Yeah. It was
5 damage, 6 damage?
It was like 4, I think. We didn't take a lot of damage.
4 damage?
We haven't been attacked a lot. It would be 1 over here, 2 from your initial enemy. I'll double check the rules shortly. Give me a second. We'll go ahead and continue the turn. Okay. So. Okay, I got a lot of movement. That's the good news.
Any heal cards?
Transfer. Ooh. Instant switch places with another hero, both locations and engaged enemies. This swap does not trigger location effects.
You could come to me.
That doesn't necessarily help us.
It depends on what cards you have to utilize in the next room.
So if you're trying to walk past this guy, you can basically just run past this person. It depends what spawns, though.
I've got a move of 7, though. Does you getting to my area allow you to do more stuff? Because I can move a bit quicker, possibly.
I have plenty of movement as well. Why don't we try heading up to 5? We need to get up there.
You want me to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, go ahead and start off
What
there.
if I go up there with my cards, you spend that card to switch places to deal with whatever I just ran into?
That's possible. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. If I run through this area, though, we're going to spawn as well?
Yes. I'm going to spawn 3 enemies and one threat tracker.
So I'm going to get stuck here.
Yep.
Okay.
Or potentially, or you can walk up, or you can pause here as I come with you and just join you. I have enough movement. That might be the better action. Pause there as I come join you.
Okay. You going to check on that damage?
Yeah, the damage thing is going to be end of round, scripted enemies, reaction phase. We lose 1 vitae. Nope. Enemy attacks. Do we lose as much vitae as there are visible shields? It just says you lose as much vitae. It just says, so I don't think it is that. I think it's just 1. Vitae is our health. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Playing a prototype.
Yes.
All about the experience of the game, not getting every single bit perfect. Come join me, my friend.
Yeah, it seems like it's just straight up. I think we're doing it correctly. Okay. So, you're heading over here?
I'm going to wait for you, and then we're both going in together, right?
Sounds good. So, I'm going to go ahead and play the following. I'm playing... Oh, it's going to stop me as soon as I get there. I need to get... What was it again? It was 3 plus 8 brings me to 1. 3 plus 8 plus 4 is 15 is what I need to get over here. That's a lot. 15. Wow. Okay. So 15 is going to be the following. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. Times 2 is 18. So I can get here easily enough, but then we have to deal with what's there.
Well, I've got a lot of attacks, so I at least can help deal.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move there, like so. And then that brings us there. And then we're going to go ahead and up the threat tracker and spawn 3 baddies engaged with me.
Do some on that top card.
Okay, sure. That's a lot of badness.
And those are pretty powerful.
That is a lot of badness.
Each one requires its own hit.
Okay, well, I can deal 6 damage easily enough. I can even do 7 damage, which is going to help us because I'll take out 1 more of these. And I have to take out this. I have to take out both of these first. So I'm going to take out both of those. I'm going to leave this card here for right now.
6 damage, knock them both
6
out.
damage on this guy and on this guy. So I'm going to get another token. We're going to go ahead and get...
What can these tokens be used for again?
So they can be primarily, they can be used for a few things. The primary use is going to be adding cards to your deck. You're going to be slowly across the whole chapters you play. You're going to be deck building a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add card 4 to my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. And this guy goes off to the side. Card 4. After defeating the goblin, you discover that he was carrying a flask. The label indicates that this is an antidote. Discard this potion at any time to clear all of the poison tokens from your hero board. Exchangeable. You may give this card... Well,
it sounds like we're supposed to have some poison tokens.
Potentially. Specific enemies will trigger poison. I don't think we've encountered them.
No, we haven't.
You may give this card to another hero who is also in your location. Keep this card until used, then discard it. Where's card 5? Did we have card 5?
We don't.
We don't have card 5. There's something to do with discarding card 5. Okay. So, that is going to be that.
Are we supposed to get card 5?
I don't think so. That doesn't say get card 5. That seems to be discarding card 5.
If you had card 5, discard it.
Seemingly. Is there card 5 here? I believe so. Let's see.
That might be the card we got.
No, there is a card 5.
I think it's the card we got when we peeked through the door last time.
Is it one of those two? Look at the backs of those. No, there's a... Here we go. Here we go.
We might not have...
This one. So we... I'm confused. Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's the one that we fell through the trap.
Had you killed the goblin first, then card 5 doesn't exist in the deck. That's interesting. See what's going on there?
Yeah, because he couldn't have pulled the lever.
Yes.
I wonder how we could have killed him first.
If you're invisible. It only triggered if you're invisible.
Oh.
Yeah. There could have been a few options. Either way, I have 1 more card left, but I'm going to wait for you to join me to take out these baddies, because I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, what's it take to move? It's just 2 for me to move in there?
2 for you to move in here. 1.
Just 1 for
And you can go straight up the stairs, though.
Temporary reduce threat by 1. Enemies engaged with you lose their abilities?
That's any abilities of their icons.
Yeah, but I'm taking them out, right? So it doesn't matter.
Are you? You can take them out? It's going to be at least 2 separate actions.
Yeah, I believe I can.
Okay.
Maybe. Alright, Ethereal is going to be discarded to move into that area.
Okay.
This is a 4, it's only benefit, so I'm discarding this one to pull this forward.
Okay.
And now let's check. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You can't, because in order to take them out in 1 turn, you'd have to deal 8 damage at a minimum, right?
Yeah.
So can you do that? That's the question.
This would be 12, and then this one would be left 4. I could take one of them out completely.
You take 1 out completely, and then deal 1 wound to 1. which still helps, by the way, because they only deal wounds to us for each wound left.
Yeah, it's just not the perfect puzzle.
Or you could hold on to that card for next round as a reserve.
Just take one out completely. And
so it's two different actions?
Deal a wound to another. Yeah,
Okay,
two different
cool.
actions.
Two different actions. One's going to be out completely. You're going to go ahead and get this over here. That's going to be that. And then we go ahead and we end the round. At the end of the round, we're going to do two things. We're going to lose 3 health each. Well, not each. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 vitae.
When can I start using this to pull things into my deck?
Once you have 3. Yep. You discard 3 of them to get a card. And then this guy's going to attack us, dealing 4 collective damage to the group. So normally it would be 2, but then it's going to be 4.
No. I dealt 1 damage to him.
You did take him out?
I knocked 1 shield off.
In that case, it's dealing only 2 damage to us collectively. So we deal another 2, 1, 2. And that's going to be the situation there. Which means we go ahead and draw our cards and get ready for next round. I save this for this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now I got my spells. That's an interesting ability. That's useful. Okay. I could take that guy out easily, unless you want to. Would you prefer to have the token?
No, you take it.
You sure?
Yeah, it'll give either of us an upgrade.
Well, here's the difference. Your card is a direct 4, which is exactly what we need. My card would be more useful depending on what we reveal.
Okay, well then I'll take it.
Okay.
So that'd be my 3rd token. When can I spend them
You
for?
can spend them at any point to go ahead and...
Does it come into my hand, or does it come into... That's what I want to know.
When you spend those heroism tokens, permanently... You draw the heroic action card. You just draw it. Straight up draw it. Yep.
And it's only the top one?
Immediately added to your hand.
Is it just the top one, or do
So
I pay?
you could choose from lower down, but you have to pay an extra token to go lower down.
Okay, so just this top one here. Weaken temporary. All enemies in this location lose 1 point of combat value. This spell ends if you leave this location. Okay, cool. I have that in my hand.
You can reserve it as well.
I'm honestly going to store that one.
Well, I'm not done necessarily. Oh, I can move. Either one of us can move. Actually, I have very little movement now that I'm looking at this. I would prefer you move.
Okay, well, let me play invisibility first.
So this guy's dead, by the way.
So, force field, temporary, you are invisible. That means it lasts for the duration of my turn.
You want... Oh, you...
Yeah,
okay.
I'm playing that.
Invulnerable, not invisible.
Invulnerable.
Different.
I'm trading that, then, for invisibility.
You don't... Yeah, you can discard. Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Replace your miniature by a translucent version. You are elusive and get +2 to each combat action.
Okay.
So I'm now invisible. And this is persistent. So I just keep it.
For right now, yep.
Okay. And now I'm going to have a movement of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So let's start moving up. So 9 left as I move into space 6.
Okay, you're going to go ahead and move into space 6. We're going to go ahead and add space 6. We're going to kind of leave this.
Do we have translucent versions of our characters?
We do. We do have little standees. Here you go. Here's a standee token. I have them somewhere.
Yeah,
there.
They're right. I got them. I got them.
Okay. Location number 6 is going to enter the board. These cards are still in my hand. These cards are from last turn. They're gone.
And you moved yourself, by the way.
I have... Oh, yeah, that's reasonable. Okay. So you're going up to 6 over here where a whole bunch of things are happening. That's a big deal there. So, 6. You hear voices coming from a balcony close at hand, but the wraith who drew you to this place is here and strikes. We're going to accelerate the... Whoa, we're slowly moving up the track. That's
Anything
not good.
visible?
It's just straight up. Discard card 5 if we didn't already have it.
So it doesn't matter that I'm invisible right now.
Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and add enemies 2 and 7. Okay, 2 and 7? 2's dead. Did we kill 2? We must have killed 2, right? Yeah, we killed 2 already.
Okay,
so nice. We just discard 7. So 7 is going to be added here. We have the Wraith. Okay. That's going to be a 7 health baddie over there. And this is a 7 health baddie who pursues you when you flee, even if you go down one of those pathways.
And I could go down a pathway to 4? Do we have 4 yet?
Do we have 4?
No.
We do not have 4. Wait, no, we do have 4. 4's right here.
Okay, where can I go from here?
Potentially side B. At the end of the round, this will flip to side B.
Well, I'm stuck there. You've already used all your actions? Or no, you haven't even gone.
I haven't even gone.
That's going to end my movement.
Okay.
You go ahead and go.
So I can take out the baddie, I think. Let me just make sure of this. I can teleport, inflict 1 wound on all enemies. That won't help me. I guess I may as well do that, though, because that will be enough. He's a strength value of 7, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teleport. I'm going to play this card to teleport.
And you'll immediately drop this card, remember.
Yes, once I kill him. I'm teleporting to this location. Then I'm going to go ahead and play this, which is going to be 5 plus 1 per enemy is 6. Plus, I'm just going to discard this card. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to do that. Lightning Bolt, that's pretty useful, but so is Invisibility. This Invisibility could be pretty cool.
I think it's cool if you get a chance to see... Like, we should have known from the eye that maybe it was useful.
I'm going to go ahead and discard the lightning bolt. I'm going to take out the Wraith, which is going to give me one of these, which means I could draw a card off my deck. I'm not sure I want to do so yet, though, because I may want to...
save and go deeper?
I may want to save and go deeper, but when we kill it, what happens? Nothing happens when we kill it. Or at the end of the round, if we're here, this will flip. Now, I could go ahead and take a look at the decaying balcony. That seems like it might be a good thing. Should I go ahead and do that? I think I want to.
Sure. Get some more information.
I don't know what it is, but let's go ahead and do so.
There's a chance that flips the tile, though.
There is. The decaying balcony is going to be card number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And if you happen to be hearing a slight blending noise in the background...
There's no way they're hearing a blending noise.
It is... You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
They probably are.
If you are hearing a slight blending noise in the background, it is, I believe, your lovely wife preparing food.
Hala, probably.
Probably Hala? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, in fact, making me very hungry. So
this is going to give us a star. So, which not that we need at this point, but you spy 2 figures on the decrepit balcony, a repulsive creature with tentacles and a man whose face is hidden by a bronze mask. You lock eyes with the man, which sends an icy chill down your spine. You realize you've fallen into his trap. No! What is with the traps here? I got 2 of these, which is nice.
Is there any way to not fall into his trap?
We can go ahead and flip. Either way, we're going to fall into it, because this is going to flip to 6 feet either way. The question is just the timing of it. Okay, if you have 8, do we have 8? Do we have 8? Do we have one of those 8? No. Draw 9. How would we have gotten 8? No, we have 8. We must have 8. Where's 8?
The creature we killed?
Where's 8? We don't... No, there must be... Oh, right here. Right here. Oh, we looked. If you have 8... But 8 was one card I just drew. Then draw 9. Otherwise, draw 10. Ooh. I don't know how that would have played out. So this would have played different cards depending on what happened there. The man in the bronze mask has caught you spying him. He speaks in a confident tone. Curiosity is a terrible vice, isn't it? It was child's play to lure you here. Oh, you certainly put up a fight, but it was of little consequence. My master needs test subjects for a new experiment. I think you'd make a fine specimen. His laugh chills your blood. Discard this card. Okay, so that's discarded. This gets kept until the end of the game, which is interesting. Okay. Then we go ahead and draw enemies 8 and 9. Now, we still haven't really engaged with the main events over here, and we're down to a few places left. We're also tight on that threat tracker.
Die soon.
That threat tracker is what I'm really worried about. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do enemies 8. Whoa! No way! No magic, double damage, and we cannot flee.
We're in trouble.
That is one way of putting it, which I believe the answer is yes. Yes, we're in trouble. Okay. Wowzers. So we both down to no cards. I could draw a card, but I'd rather save it for next round because I think it's going to be very, very helpful next round. Right now, not so much. So we're going to go ahead and take 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to take 8 damage. Could you go ahead and move us down 8 damage?
1,
33
2,
to 25.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now it's what that happens exactly. So
our hand size is one less.
Yeah, when we cross that marker, our hand size goes down. Although I wonder what the sequence is. Do we draw first or does it go down first? I'll check that in a second. But we go down 1 exhaustion, which means we're drawing less cards. And then additionally, you can never heal past that 30 threshold. So it's a bit of a toss-up there. I'm going to go ahead and check whether we draw cards first because that matters very much. Okay, we have chapter specific, we have scripted, we have reaction, stress, lose 1 vitae, enemy reactions. Doesn't specifically say. I'm sure it's somewhere here.
Were we drawing up to the beginning of our turn or the end of our turn?
I don't know for sure.
That's the question.
Yeah, I'll check somewhere, but it's not entirely clear to me. Again, this is just going through the sequence here. Locations, turns.
My thought would be you're resolving end turn effects, and then you're probably drawing up at the start of your turn.
Prep proficiencies, hero phase, timing of actions, movement. Not entirely clear when. It's somewhere here, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. So let's just draw 3 cards. We'll figure it out. Okay. Cool. So we draw 3 cards. My bigger concern is the fact that at the end of the round, we also draw 3 enemies, and we advance the alert. So it's actually worse than that. We advance the alert.
It's not good at all.
And then we draw 4 enemies.
Do we lose if the alert hits there, or is it just escalating us?
We lose. If it hits specifically here. So we have 3 more alerts.
What?
Oh, and we also take 3 damage, by the way. So you advance 3 damage for the end of round, the exhaustion. And we draw 4 enemies. This is going to be a bit of a mess in terms of just the sheer amount of baddies we have currently dealing with us.
I think we die here.
No, are you kidding me? This is gonna be the noble last stand. Last stand is the key word. Okay. Well, I have not action cards.
Last stands mean death.
The last details.
The nice thing about my invisibility is it does add +2 to each combat action.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
What does the keyword elusive mean?
The question is, do we want to attack them or do we want to flee? Is there any way we can flee? Is there anywhere helpful we can go
Nothing opened up, did it?
I don't think so. So we can't flee, which means we have to engage with this guy. We have to kill him. That's 11's going to give us what we need. Because I have a card that could make them lose all abilities. But that would only help us if we could actually go somewhere and do something useful. And I don't think we can. I think we need that 11. Also, I can't use magics. Never mind. Okay, I'm paying 3 to go 1, 2, 3 and draw this action
you
card.
got to. You have to at this point.
Then I can do the following. It's only helpful. That helps us either way. Perfect. Okay.
I can make them all lose 1 point of combat value?
No, you can't use a spell. No spells.
What?
No magic.
Who's keeping us from doing magic?
This jerk over here. Jerkface McJerkison. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. If I just add up all the cards in my hand, I have 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 5. I have a total of 10 plus 4 plus 2 is 16 plus 2 per combat card is 24.
You get 2 per combat card as well?
I get 2 from this one. Yeah, this one I drew. So that's going to be 24 damage. 24 damage would be enough to take out, let's just see if we can do this correctly. 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12, and then I could take out 1 track on him.
Okay, I can do the other 10 on him.
Wait, actually no, because you also have 2 per action card, right? So it's actually better if I can do both of these. So 16, because then you can take out both of your actions. So 16, you have to take out this guy. So 16 plus 18, that gives me 6 left, which means I'll take out these 2. So I'm going to leave this guy for you. You're left with this guy, and then 10 and 4.
Okay.
Can you deal with that?
Well, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11.
You get to 18.
12, 13, 14, 15. I could trade this, though, for this.
Which brings you to 17.
8.
It's not enough.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Wait, what are you counting?
Plus 2 to each combat action.
Interesting.
Although, is this a combat action? Or
I think it's the combat action.
So, I've got 8, 9, 10.
But the good news is you can take out...
I've got 13.
If you can't even take out... Oh, you can't even get to 14?
I've got 13.
You can't even get to 14.
No, I've got 13.
Well, one second. Why can't you take multiple combat actions? There's no incentive to combine them right now.
That's true. So, this would be 5, knock the spirit guy.
Okay, this guy's dead. You get 2 of these tokens.
Yep, this would be 10, knock the last guy.
Okay, so they're dead. Perfect. That works. And we get card 11. We still have this enemy in our location.
Huh.
That's not the best.
I'm surprised
I'm not confident we're winning just yet.
No, but I'm surprised we didn't die there.
Card 11. I'm a little worried because we haven't drawn any of the main cards we need, and there's still stuff to explore here. Your fierce blow shatters the warrior's mask. We may have won. Your fierce blow shatters the warrior's mask, partly revealing his face, which has no features. His face is as blank as a sheet of parchment. In desperation, he pushes you back and retreats to the balcony before disappearing from view. He's still alive. That's obnoxious. Keep this card until the end of the game, but that is the end of the game. That's it.
That's the end of the game?
That's the game.
How do you know?
Yes, as soon as a red star indicates the main goal. Depending on the number of players we must play, once the heroes collect the required number of stars, which we have 1
Silver
red
and
and 2 silvers, the game ends at the end of that round after the reaction phase. So the reaction phase is going to trigger, we're going to lose 3 health, this enemy is going to attack us for 1 damage, and we're going to go up 1 threat like so.
We're close to losing.
In this prologue, there is no partial victory, no tinged with bitterness reaction. There's going to be some aspects of partial victory you can get into. Either you complete the required number of goals, or you fail in this quest. When you reach the space mark at the end, then the game is over. Okay, that's great. Victory. Is it really a victory? Then why does everything seem so unreal? The unknown man's broken mask, the joy of surviving, the frustration of seeing him escape, the last clashes of weapons and crackling of spells, even the fresh air as you emerge from the fortress. Ever since you caught a glimpse of the face under the grotesque helm, you seem to have lost control of your senses. Something is drawing you back, murmuring to you. If only it had really happened like that. If only it had been you. Of course, the blurred and empty face, how could you remember it when you never saw it yourself? And at that moment, apprentice, you awaken. Congratulations, you have completed the tutorial chapter. This has been a brief overview of how Soul Raiders is played. In other chapters, this card will tell you what happens if you successfully completed the main goal but did not complete the required number of secondary goals, by reading the Tinged with Bitterness section on this card. You will still move on to the next chapter, but under different circumstances. This adventure was like a dream, a mystic premonition experienced by the Soul Raiders. You shouldn't save anything you collected during this prologue. Otherwise, you may now begin your quest. Play chapter 1 with the heroes of your choice. So maybe this is a tutorial to go through the game in the actual game, which I think works.
So we don't actually have chapter 1.
We don't have chapter.
We
no.
have tutorial.
Oh no, the game's going to give you. Let me check the exact number here. The game is going to give you, for each hero, components used, 41. Where are they? Like this, like 70 story cards, 86 story cards. There's 100. There's 250 of these cards.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's 250 cards across different chapters. So chapter 1, for instance, has 70... Sorry, my bad. I was reading the cards. There's 42 location sheets in chapter 1, 42 in chapter 2, and 42 in chapter 3. So 120 of these sheets, combined with 250 various story cards, and a whole bunch of 36, 50, over 100 scripted enemies, plus the general combined pool of enemies is what this gives you.
Cool.
So this was, what was this, 9 cards? And we didn't even counter 8 and 2. What did we miss?
I have no idea
what did we miss. I will go through that later because I am curious.
Let's film first impressions, review, kind of conversation.
I don't think we can do a full review. There's a limited prologue. There's limited scope.
I know.
First impressions.
First impressions over on your channel.
Yeah.
All right, swing over there to check it out if you want to hear our final thoughts on this and our previous experiences because we've ridden through. Yep, a few times now. We'll see you.